What can I say? We're givers. I'm Kelly Wilkness here with Anita Joyce, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks, episode 389, Gifts Galore, Giving Some More. We had a great response to our gift giving episode and gift idea episode, and so by popular demand, we're doing another episode with other fabulous ideas to gift your loved ones or yourself. And we're excited to share with you what we found. And we will be highlighting the things we would really like to be under our own trees.
The only problem is the people that give us gifts are not actually listening to this.
Oh, yes. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But I did offer Kevin to go on Fortnum and Mason and put a one of those hampers together that he could then purchase for
Oh, that was so nice of you. Saving him time.
Wasn't it? Yes. Well,
yeah.
because we're givers, right? We
are. Just giving ease, removing stress, making it just really simple for everyone. So, gosh, there's just so many lovely things out there. And what a fun episode to get ready for. You know, I mean, last time I kind of had to cut myself off. I kept finding more things. And this time I think I found some real winners.
Oh, yeah. It's so fun putting these together. I mean, not that because that's what we like doing is picking out pretty things. And yeah, so I mean, there were some of the things I actually found that I have that I thought, oh, I love these things. So maybe somebody else would like to have these things too.
I'm waiting to hear whether or not you come up with one that I'm going to laugh at and then everyone's going to love, like last year's glass food containers. Because, you know, what's Christmas without glass food containers under your tree? Oh my gosh, Mom, a whole set? Thanks, said no one. But to my surprise, people were really excited about that and they were buying them and giving them as gifts. And of course, I got some and I've been using them all year.
Well, hello. They are made in France.
They are made in France. You're absolutely right. Okay, so let's dive in. I'm going to start. Last episode, I started with something that was very philanthropic. I talked about adopting a family. So I don't know if anybody's, remember that? You were like, oh, can I even follow up on that?
Well, no, and I didn't. Oh, see, now she didn't tell me she was going to do this.
My earthly delight.
Catch me up. That's right.
No. Well, let's just get this lovely thing out of the way. It is planning a day with a friend or your mom, your sister, anybody, your husband, boyfriend, whoever, anybody who enjoys, spending the day with you, but anybody who enjoys gardens or beauty. Check out the Garden Conservancy. They have open days and they have them in many, many cities all across the United States. They're usually in the spring. I checked. I'm not sure that the dates for 2020 are even up yet, but here's what you could do. And this is what I've done. I did this for many years with a dear friend of mine. I did it for her birthday. I would get us tickets and then put a little card together. Sometimes I'd put a little seed packet in there or something to get her excited about, just gardening. And then we would plan the entire day to spend together. I'd pick her up. We'd drive and you get a self-guided map to the gardens that are in your area. There's usually a garden open days in Pasadena, which is where I live. And then there was one in Los Angeles. We loved it so much that we would go to both. Usually they were on different weekends. And it's just magical. You just walk around these absolutely beautiful gardens, get great ideas, and then maybe you go out to lunch or something like that, or you go out for tea afterwards. So that is an experience that, really, I mean, it's going to stay with you all year long. And I always look forward to doing that with my dear friend.
Oh, how nice.
Did you ever check out whether or not they had something like that in Houston? I bet they do.
I don't remember checking on that, but I really should. I mean, there are some gardens here. They're really beautiful.
And even if it's not through the Garden Conservancy, if you just check, if you Googled garden tours and put in your city, probably there's something.
Actually, there's some beautiful gardens at Bayou Bend, and they have a Christmas village for families. And Evie and I are going to volunteer at that
You
event.
guys are like elves this year.
I know. So we're doing that, and we're really excited about doing that. So we'll be helping the kiddos with the activities, and families kind of helping them find the activities that they want, and just generally helping out. So I'm excited. Yeah, I got to bring my elf hat.
Oh, how fun. Yeah, take pictures of you doing that. I love seeing you guys in action. So anyway, the garden tour is an idea, but any sort of experience. And it doesn't have to be like right now, here's the tickets in your hand. You just write a lovely note and let the person know this is what you're planning and you would love to take them to what have you. A play, even something like that. Go to a museum and take them out to lunch for the day. So, because things are great. And we're going to tell you about some great things today in this episode and in the last episode. And we'll link to that in the show notes as well. But, having an experience and making a memory is really much more long lasting.
Well, that's a good point. And you know what I did this year was I bought a dual membership to the Museum of Fine Art Houston. And the museum is not just one building. There's actually several buildings and private homes that were gifted to the museum. So it's several things that you can see. And there's a brand new building, massive building that they're building. So the museum is expanding, but the dual membership means I get in with a guest. And so I can bring whoever I want. It doesn't have to be the same person every time. So I'm inviting my friends, come with me to the museum and you've got free admission because I've got my dual, membership.
That's terrific.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of a fun thing to do.
Next time I come, I'm going to be expected to be taken. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go all over. So are we ready?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. It's HOD. I don't know how to pronounce it. Usually these French words I do look up, but it's for collecting the grapes. And so they have one I think I found this at Ballard Designs. I do have the links for all of these items, but it's a beautiful kind of patinaed greenish, the green patina. Mm-hmm. And it is metal. And this is one that you can hang on your wall and then put fresh greenery in. So if you like to decorate for the seasons, this is a great thing to put on the wall to put your greenery in and other things. So if you gave this as a gift, so I know this one's maybe not the most traditional gift you would give someone, but if you could put presents in it, you could put some cookies in it, if you were giving this as a gift and then they have it to hang on the wall later, or you could put some fresh greenery in it. And then, in the spring, they can put flowers in it or spring branches, whatever. But it's really
that's a very unique gift.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yes. Wow. You'd really have to know that the person would like that. But I think if they did,
are you saying it's a very specific gift that won't work for everyone? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
This is the thing about gift giving. It has to be specific. Oh, I'm seeing it right now. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's only $29.99.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so these people, these grape gatherers would wear this galvanized type of very narrow oval-shaped bucket on their backs.
Right.
Wow, I guess so the grapes didn't get squished and leak on you.
They just throw them back there, I guess.
Oh, all right.
I've seen them in antique shops. I've seen real antique ones, and I've seen some where they've hand painted shields on them, or other like heraldry work.
Yeah,
and it's just beautiful. Not cheap, but really quite nicely done. I've seen some really beautiful ones.
Well, this one's really pretty, and I would say it's kind of like an alternative to the olive basket, which they're everywhere, and maybe you want to have something that's a little bit different. Really
well, this
pretty.
would do well hanging on a wall.
Yes.
So if you want, here's the thing. I think there's so much bad art. We've said that before. This is a nice way to put something on the wall that's elegant, and you can change it out and put different things in it. And so it's got a different look all the time, mm-hmm. but it's a very classic look, and it's not going to be artwork that's going to go out of style or look like something everyone else has. Yes,
you're absolutely right. Okay, here is a gift for the germaphobe. I'm not talking to anyone specifically here, but the phone soap. I dare to say call it a gadget because it seems like more as like a little machine.
You mean to clean your phone?
Yes.
Oh.
Ultraviolet lights. You put your phone in there. You just have to make sure your phone is off. Please. Make sure your phone is off. You put it in there. It's a smartphone sanitizer. Because I'm not even going to let you look at the link because they're going to tell you all the things that are on your phone.
Yes, I do actually clean mine with alcohol on
Yeah, I do wipe mine off, and then every once in a while, like I'll take the girls. Like, oh gosh, so it's $80, and you can also put. They say you can put just about anything in there. Your credit cards, like just think about the cooties on your credit cards.
Yeah. So
right?
now, what
All these
happens
things.
if you leave your phone on and you put it in there? I'm really curious. What happens?
Well, they definitely tell you to turn your phone off, but it's because it's being zapped with ultraviolet lights. Probably you don't want to have it on. I don't know. I'm sure that there's somebody that left it on. There's probably somebody who did that, and there's probably somebody talking about it on the internet. But just be on the safe side. Make sure your phone's off.
Okay.
And it could be part of your daily routine. When you come home, you just have it on the counter and you sanitize your phone. I don't know.
Nice.
Laura got one already from my mother. What a surprise. My mother, overly clean disease lady. She was like, oh, this is a fabulous thing. And I think Ava's getting one for Christmas as well. So we'll have two. Or Ava will take hers with her.
Yeah, I think that is something we would be horrified to find out just how many germs are on those phones.
Yeah.
I think, I don't even want to know. But that's a good point.
Right.
Because you can't really just dump it in the sink with the dishwater.
No.
Okay. Well, the next thing, I really want one of these. It is so pretty. It is an old fashioned. I say old fashioned in that it's an apron, but it's a kind that goes, it's not just the kind that's just in front, but it's a blue and cream striped fabric on this apron. It's from Sur La Table, and it looks very Greek, I guess, for lack of it. It's just, or French. It's really pretty. It just has a quiet elegance to it. And I normally just prefer white aprons, but this one I could do. It's really pretty.
And is it kind of bibbed, or is it just the waist kind?
Well, it is bibbed. It actually, from the front, I mean, as I'm looking at the picture they showed from the front, it looks like a dress, basically. But obviously it's not. Don't.
Well, there was
it's
definitely
open in the back.
Well, yeah. Don't
don't worry.
It's so breezy today. I don't know what's going on. Anita suggested this outfit. Well, there was. I mean, I don't know if it was everywhere, but there was a period of time where it was kind of a look to wear a really cute vintage apron, like over a t-shirt and jeans, which is super cute.
Oh, I think I skipped that one.
Yeah, super cute. I mean, I wasn't doing it. I think it was probably, more for, maybe kids.
So when I say it looks vintage, it does not look like grandma's. Yeah. It's not flouncy. There's no flowers on it. There's no ruffles. It's very clean and crisp looking with the stripes, and there's no foo-foo on it.
Well, that's nice.
It's just pretty.
Great thing to package up with a great cookbook or something like that for your favorite chef or wannabe chef. Okay, I have something that smells good and also will probably evoke like some nice memories. The homesick candles. Have you guys heard of those? So they have scents for the cities that you're from, or the cities maybe that you want to go to, or a city you visited and you miss. And they conjure up these scents that are supposed to evoke, sort of the feel of being in that city. So there's New York, there's Los Angeles, there's cities in Texas, there's cities all over the place. So you can check those out. I'll put the link to the show notes. They're $30 each. Nice.
Well, and I found another thing that is home decor, but I think it's fairly neutral in that it's white. It's a Ming pagoda in a glossy white ceramic. So it's very tall. And you know how we say to have fewer larger things rather than a lot of small things. So I think this would work in about any kind of decor. It's about 18 inches tall. But here's the cool thing about it. It has all these little windows in it. So you put your little candle, or I'd probably just do one of those battery operated candles inside the pagoda. And then, the light comes out through the windows. Does that sound fun?
That's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that would look pretty if someone had a collection of those blue and white ginger jars and things like that. It might look pretty mixed in with things like that.
I think it would go, honestly, though, I think it would go well with a neutral palette. I think it would go well with a lot of color. I think it would just go with about anything. But yes, with the blue and whites, I think it would be great as well.
Okay, here's something from Ballard that I really liked. The Amelia vase, and you can personalize it with the monogram, and they have a variety of fonts that you can choose.
Is it ceramic?
It's gold. It's stainless coated in gold.
Oh, wow.
I mean, not real gold. Hello. It's
Yeah.
$29.25. And I think for $6.50 more, that's how you can get the monogram. But you have a choice of probably, it looks like 9 or maybe even 12 different types of monograms. And it's a 3-letter monogram, most of them. So lovely. Nice size vase. It's 8.25 by 5. It's just so lovely, bigger than a bud, but, not overwhelming. It's the Amelia vase. So I'll put a link to that in the show notes.
Nice. I found a round marble kind of serving board from Sur La Table, and it's really pretty. And you know how everybody loves marble, but not everybody has marble on their countertop. But it's such a lovely material, and it's so pretty, and it's such a nice thing for serving cheeses and other things.
And it's so great how it doesn't stain.
Well, yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah.
It doesn't. Okay, we don't have to go there.
Do not. Okay,
we don't have to go there. We're going
if
doing
you're
gifts.
marble stained, you contact Kelly, not me.
Yeah, bring it. I want to see it. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this is a marble slab that you can use in your kitchen, and I think it would be great for even just putting some pictures on there with your wooden spoons in it, or something else, maybe salt and pepper shakers, or just a vase of flowers or something. I think this is a nice kind of little riser that you could use. So not just for food.
Yeah, almost like a little mini pedestal.
Yes,
mini in that
exactly.
It's not that high. Hey,
Right.
I found at my Trader Joe's the olive board. Remember, I was so jealous that you got those?
Yes, I saw them again today. You got one?
I got one, and I'm like, it's very crowded in my Trader Joe's always.
Yeah.
And here I am. What's right next to them? But the candles. I think I gave you guys a heads up a couple episodes ago.
And they're in mine. The candles are in stock.
Okay,
right
they're seasonal in their minds, so you may want to do what I did, buy a case. They're
Did they have the
$2.99, but the olive board was right next to it. So there I am going through every olive board, to find the one that I want.
Yes,
because they're all different. They're really beautiful.
They are.
What was it, $7.99?
Well, I don't remember. Did they have the wooden bowls where you were?
No bowl yet.
Oh my goodness, they're so charming, and you could put nuts or candies in them, dried fruits. They're really beautiful. I love the little bowls as much or more than the boards.
I was so excited I got the thing. Now you make me feel bad I don't have the bowls yet.
No, the board's the best.
I'm going to
say that. I meant the boards are the best.
The board is really charming, and they're all sort of shaped a little bit differently. Mine, I picked one out that is very rough on the edges. Looks just like it was, just cut from the tree. And I was like, I should just get 3 or 4 of these. So I think I'm going to go back and get a few more because they are great gifts.
They make a great gift.
Yeah, great gift. So I wish I had bought more. I got all sort of in a frenzy, and then I was blocking the aisle. And so I was like, oh, okay, excuse me. But yeah, put that with, you don't have to buy cheese, but you could buy some pretty spreaders, which, can I just jump right in here with one more? I found those that French utensil,
Yes.
Did I say that right? The one that we talked about a few episodes ago that we both love. Okay, so I have them in the ivory, and you love them in the blue, right? And I have the knives, and I think you have more utensils. Well, I just found the spreaders in the ivory at Williams Sonoma for $47.99. So I think you get 4 or maybe even 6 of them. So, obviously alone, they would be a beautiful gift. They come in their own box. So pretty. But if you really wanted to do something super lovely, basket, put one of these olive boards from Trader Joe's, a set of these spreaders, and then maybe a couple of lovely hard cheeses that, maybe, they could sit under the tree a little bit, not something soft. What a lovely gift. What a great hostess gift.
Oh my goodness. I know. They had lemon curd, fudge sauce, so many things. In fact, Evie saw it because actually you called me yesterday while I was at Trader Joe's.
I know.
Remember.
We talked right through the shopping until you got to the checkout, because that's rude.
It is rude. I did get off the phone then. But yeah, and when I got home, Evie said, wow, this is quite a long register receipt from Trader Joe's. But it's like you said, too, it's their Christmas time. I bought some dark chocolate caramels for the holidays, and this is really the time to go to Trader Joe's, even if you don't go the rest of the year, because they have so many holiday things that they don't normally have, like the tapers, like the olive boards and the bowls, if yours happens to have those, and so many Christmas treats chocolates and cookies and if you like chocolate advent calendars, or you want an advent calendar for your cat.
I saw that one. I was like, is that really? Why would they have a advent calendar with a cat on it? It's for your cat?
I think it is for your cat.
Wow. Okay.
And people were buying them.
People were buying them. Well, I
So
mean,
I don't
what am I
judge.
going to say? If there was one for a dog, I would have bought 3 of them. What am I going to say?
Exactly.
Of course
So
would.
I don't judge. So anyway, I thought, okay, I'm going to pass on that. But I don't have a cat. There's one that thinks he's mine, but he's not. Okay. So speaking of olives and the olive boards, if you're really into this Greek kind of olivey or Mediterranean olivey thing, I love the olive topiaries.
I feel like you're going to suggest we go to Greece at any moment. We had this
Well,
Greek-inspired apron, now
Yes.
olive boards.
That is where I want to go next.
Really?
Yes.
Have you been?
Never. Have you?
Yes.
Oh,
Many a
Well,
year ago.
see,
It was so fun.
there are places I have not been.
It's ridiculous. You got to get around. Come
It's
on.
terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a good one to have in your list.
Yeah, so
Okay,
there's
so-
a large and a tall. The large, they start at $51.75 for the sources I found. So, and these are really pretty ones. So,
Are they
in a
live
nice-
or faux?
These are faux, and they are in a nice aged clay pot.
Nice. Who makes those? Do you remember?
I think it's Ballard's, but I have the link, and I'll have to find that. But
Okay. Let me take us back to food for a moment. Now, this is tried and true. It's not inexpensive, but this is something, again, I mentioned this before in the other episode. I think like buying things for my parents are really hard. Like they don't really want stuff, and I buy a lot of books for them and things like that, or experience things. And so I've really hit a home run with this one a couple of years in a row for Christmas. I'll do some nice wines, and because sometimes we don't see them for Christmas. And then I send them this beef tenderloin from Williams Sonoma. So again, it's not inexpensive, but it will last them for a long time. And if they're traveling for the holidays, they can put it away and then have it New Year's Eve or something like that. And it's from Perini Farms, which is in Buffalo Gap, Texas, which I haven't been to, but maybe you have, Anita.
no, I haven't
And
been there.
it is the most delicious beef tenderloin you'll
Wow.
ever taste in your entire life.
Wow.
And it just melts in your mouth, and you can have it room temperature. So if you're having a party, it's not something where you have to be like, oh, I have to get this out at the exact time. You can certainly have it warm. My dad likes everything hot, hot, hot. So my mom warms it up, but I think most people would just leave it out at room temperature. It serves 16 to 18 people as an appetizer, probably more people as just like a past hors d'oeuvre, and 6 to 8 people for a full-on meal.
Wow, what a great gift.
Yeah, it's really good. And it comes packaged so well. And, it's just yummy. So yummy.
I think well packaged, beautifully presented food makes a great gift for something like that, or some beautiful jams, the beautifully packaged together.
Right. Or if you're thinking to yourself, oh, wow, I'm having people for Christmas and, to be dealing with the turkey all day or whatever you might be doing. Maybe you're doing a beef or something like that. I won't tell anybody if you order this. You don't just put all that Williams Sonoma wrapping away and present this on a beautiful board with some like sprigs of rosemary or something, and you're good to go.
Well, there's no shame in buying some of the food that you serve, especially these days. Who makes everything from scratch anymore? So
no one, probably someone, but
right.
Kudos to them. But yeah,
right. But I mean, I like making things from scratch, but I don't have any problem buying certain things.
yeah, because it's not fun to be doing everything because
No,
then it's overwhelming.
No. So on the topic of food, what sounds better than a picnic outside, right?
Well, yeah, depending on what temperature it
In
is.
a beautiful, okay, just picture this beautiful garden, and you're taking your picnic basket and you're bringing your picnic throw.
Oh,
And your
nice.
Picnic throw is wrapped up in a leather strap that you're carrying across your shoulder.
Very nice.
And it is a plaid Pendleton blanket.
Oh, yes. I think that's a good one.
Okay, that is what is on my list. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, and I'll tell you, when I was in London in the Fortnum and Mason, which I basically lived at for
Right.
Pardon,
You
why
really
does
didn't
it?
need to get a hotel room if you could
No,
just
no,
have stayed
pretty
there.
much. Exactly. I was just there during the day. And they had the beautiful blankets with these leather straps that you could carry. But now their blankets actually had plastic on one side of the blanket. So they really were just for a picnic.
Oh, right.
So they would have been a little crinkly, I think, to use it if you're sitting on the sofa watching TV. But this blanket, I did check it out. It is, it's a Pottery Barn. It does not have a plastic liner. So if you're going to use it actually for a picnic, you might want to bring a tarp or something to put under it. But this one you could use if you're going for a car ride, with the if you're just sitting outside by the fire. Actually, I would think to take it out by the fire pit if you're sitting outside, just kind of wrap up in. It'd be so nice to take with you.
Yeah. And if somebody that you know is a real sports buff and they go to football games and things like that.
A stadium blanket.
Hockey games, really great to have. Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So we talked a little bit about traveling. So you're going to Greece and he's just back from London. How about this really unique item that I found for the traveler or would-be traveler in your life? It's a travel pillow that then inflates, but it's part of an infinity scarf. So does everybody know what an infinity scarf is? It's the kind that doesn't have an end. It kind of loops around.
So it's going to choke you when it inflates? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not like pull the cord and then you're inflates. I'm assuming you have to inflate it yourself, but it's tucked away inside this really lovely scarf that you can loop around. Now, I love to have either a shawl or some kind of oversized scarf on when I travel, because
True.
1 minute I'm hot, 1 minute the person next to you puts on the air blowing, and then you're cold. And I am not a person that will bring those neck pillows, I'm just so, I like to travel so light. I don't want to deal with that puffy thing.
You can make a spectacle of yourself walking down,
Yeah. I just
the airport. If it's all inflated and it's kind of around your neck, it looks a little funny.
Right. Or people have to, then it's attached, and then you got to go to security. So here's this wonderful thing. If you wanted to use it, you're on the plane, you can use it. And it is $38. I'll put the link to it in the show notes.
And the scarf is a pretty one that's attached to it?
The scarf is so pretty. It's available in basic black or gray. Perfect. Goes with everything. And and it's just tucked inside. So when you're wearing the scarf, you don't even see it.
Nice. Okay. So I'm still thinking, about London. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about, I think you and I both have this, but some people may not. And that is a brown Betty teapot. I'm thinking if you don't have one, right?
You must have one. Yes.
Exactly. Well, some people swear by them, meaning that they swear that their tea tastes better from a brown Betty pot than anything else. And they say it's from the clay that it's made from. I have not done any taste tests with the brown Betty. I have done taste tests with microwaved water and water from a tea kettle, an electric tea kettle. And I will tell you, there is a difference there. I can tell you from that I found out myself. But the brown Betty, I need to do my own test. But some people swear by it.
Now, for the people who don't know what a brown Betty is, and it's no shame if you don't, because it's kind of like an odd thing. I remember when, I don't know how it came up. We were on recording, but we were talking about something, and you were like, you know what a brown Betty is. So maybe just explain what it is. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but in case somebody doesn't know.
It's a teapot that's brown. It's brown.
That you call Betty.
Well, right. But they're called brown Bettys, and they're very famous English teapots. And I know they were very popular in the 40s. I don't know when they first, or I think of them as being popular then. I don't know when those were first made.
Yeah, I don't either.
Probably 20th century sometime, early 20th century, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. But they're very popular. And this particular one I found is made in England. And from the, I think it's from the same pottery company that has been making them for many years.
Hence the superior clay, I guess.
Well, right, from that superior clay. Because if you buy a fake one made in China, it's not the same thing. So it may not taste like this tea that they talk about. But they come in different sizes, and they're just cute teapots.
They are super cute. And if you were in London or you were living in England, maybe anywhere in England, you'd probably have like a tea cozy on it too. The whole thing.
Well, okay. Should I just go ahead and tell you my next one then?
Well, I guess you should. Did I just blow it?
You just blew it. It's a tea cozy. Because if you've got a teapot, you need a tea cozy. And this particular one that I'm highlighting is one that I've had for several years. And it's my favorite tea cozy of all time. It is a Scotty dog.
Oh,
and it's from the Ulster Weavers. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a plaid, and he's got a little scarf around his neck. And he just sits right on top of your teapot. He's super cute.
Oh, cute.
Yes. So you get your teapot and your tea cozy, and you're all set.
For your tea lovers. Okay.
Yes.
This one I just really thought was charming. And it's either for a couple, or you can have as a family as well. It's a personalized pushpin world map that has this sort of old world look to it. Picture an old map of the world, flat, and then on the bottom, kind of like the scrolly garland, if you will, and in that would be either the name of the couple or the name of the family, and then they give you 100 push pins, and you can then push the pins in to wherever you've traveled.
So if you're a homebody, this isn't for you.
Then you can just have
you just have all your pins on your house,
right? You have all your pins in one spot.
Right. So don't give it to someone who's a homebody. But if it's somebody who loves to travel, they would probably enjoy putting pins in all the places.
Yeah.
So I know somebody whose goal is to go to all 50 of the U.S. states. So for her, I think it would be great
Yes, it would be so great. Or, anybody like, I think it's just fun to see. Sometimes we think about all the places that we've all been, because I don't think about our family as like, really,
we're not big travelers. I
over the top travelers, but then with work and all these things over the course of many years, we get around. So it's kind of fun, and I think it would be fun especially if you had littler kids, and then you went through several years with them, and they could look back and see all the places they've been.
Yeah, well, maybe you could do it too. Pins where you'd like to go and places that you have been.
Oh, yeah. Maybe then you'd have to have color-coded pins.
See, there you go.
Well, so we could take it to a whole nother level. But I thought that was just so unique, and it's really pretty, and it's large. And I mean, this would be one of those statement pieces of art that, we talk about. And very personalized, obviously.
Definitely. That's a great idea. Very personalized. And you talked about scents and candles earlier. And you know how we love the Seda candles? We used to carry those when we had our online store. I found one and in a ceramic urn that's cream colored or white and with gold on it, with gold kind of a toile kind of pattern on it. And it's footed, really beautiful, $29.95. And I'll include the link to it. And it's for the candle. There's a candle in it. But then when the candle is gone, you've got this beautiful little urn you can use for flowers or, put your pencils in it or something.
Oh, nice one.
I love those candles that are really giftable, that really have that extra oomph to them.
Right. Yeah. Maybe other people do this, but I do this all the time. If I have a candle that's in a really pretty container, and I think, I could turn that into some sort of bud vase, or like, as you said, like, that would be so pretty to have my pencils in on my desk. When the candle burns all the way down and you don't have any more wick left, then put it in the freezer just for a couple of hours. And then when you take it out, 9 times out of 10, the remaining wax just will fall right out into your trash can.
Oh, really?
Right. Every once in a while, maybe you have to stick a butter knife in there and sort of crack it up, and then it'll fall right out. So because with the cold temperature, it then shrinks a bit and comes away from the sides. And then you can just wash out the container and then use it for something else.
Oh, that's a great tip.
Thank you. That's what we're all about here, babe. Just coming at you with the tips. Here's one to keep everyone busy. A puzzle, a really big puzzle, but it's the puzzle of the front page of the New York Times for any special day that you want.
Oh, how fun.
Right. So
like the day someone was born or their anniversary or something.
Exactly. So you just tell them what date that you want. It's a 500-piece puzzle. It's $50. Now, I just think of we don't do puzzles a lot. When the girls were little, we had puzzles. And then, of course, the puzzle, they would get mixed up, and I'd spend, some time between 10 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. trying to figure out which puzzle pieces went in what box, so there's a time for puzzles. But when I think of a puzzle, I always think of some beach house, right on the sand, kind of the screen door slamming, and there's just a puzzle out on the table that, maybe you sit down for 15 minutes, or maybe you sit down for 3 hours, and maybe somebody joins you, and it's just kind of like this just thing that it's a source of quiet entertainment, over the course of the time that you're there. And so I was thinking I think I'm going to get one of these. I just can't figure out what date I should get.
Now, this one's going to be tough though, because I assume it's just black and white. So there's not as many clues as to where the pieces go.
Well, when you see the link, some of the, the New York Times obviously has some pictures on the front, right? So, and then it has,
if you're really
headline.
old, it may not be color pictures.
Oh, I wonder how old it goes. I don't know.
Yes,
I didn't check how far back it goes. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm going to get one for Christmas time. And my mother-in-law's coming, and I think Edith would like to sit there. Not my dog, my mother-in-law. She would like to sit there and do the puzzle with the girls. And the girls might then, stick around a little bit longer without going on their phones. Or
go back to Trader Joe's. Maybe they have an advent calendar for Edith, for the dog.
Yeah, for the dog. Exactly.
For the dog, Edith.
Oh, well, surely they will all have their stockings filled. Please, don't worry about it.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I do not worry for your doggies.
Yes.
Okay. How about this? You know how we love preserve, we love the real plants.
We love real plants.
We love real plants. Well, the good faux we like, but some of them, are not the best. So how about a preserved lemon cypress topiary for less than $50? So I found one that's got the rounded topiary, and it's in a pot, and this is preserved cypress.
Oh, that sounds really pretty.
Yeah, I think that's another one of those things would work in a lot of different style homes.
I just saw real lemon cypress at my garden center the other day. Is it very vibrant, like almost chartreusey colored?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the one that you. No, I mean it looks like real cypress, but it's just kind of got a slight yellow tint to it.
Okay, because these real ones were really. I mean, they were so pretty, but I was like, I don't know if I want them around Christmas time because they really looked so chartreuse. They were so pretty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were really pretty. And a very faint scent of lemon. Hey, I'm going to recommend my friend Julie's book because it is so beautiful. I'm preparing a blog post on it to share with everyone over on my blog. But Little Farmstead Living is such a beautiful book. I had another look at it the other day as I was taking photos and whatnot. It has a beautiful message about a life well lived and really inspiring. It's inspiring because they decided to live life on their own terms in this beautiful way, really close to nature. So I recommend it highly. I think it's would be a lovely gift. So it's Little Farmstead Living, and it's by our friend Julie Thomas, and I will have the link to that in the show notes.
That's the end of my gift ideas. Did you have some more?
Well, I have one more, and it's a book as well, so that makes sense. It's The Dutch House by Anne Patchett. I think I told you guys about my experience in Nashville, how I got to see her speak, and then I signed my mom up for her 6-month signed book club. And so my mom's getting a book from her shop, Parnassus Books in Nashville, signed by the author, chosen by Anne. But you can get her book, her latest book, The Dutch House, which is so fantastic. And I believe if you get there in time, you can get that signed and then sent to yourself or whoever the person you'd like to gift it to. It's a really wonderful book. It's a great storyline. I think everyone would really enjoy it. And then you could have it signed. So that really takes giving a book up to the next level when it's signed by the author, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I love books, so that's nice that we had some books on our list.
So do you have a crush?
Well, I do, and this might make a nice gift, too.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so this is my last talk of London, but I really did have such a good time that it's inspired me when I've been looking at things.
Yeah.
And so, again, love.
No, it's so true. When you travel anywhere, I think when you come back, you look at a lot of things through a different lens. Your experience has been altered in a good way and enhanced. So it's great.
Okay. So I got one of these for myself at Fortnum & Mason. I loved it so much, and I was kind of sad. I thought, well, we really don't have a source for this in the U.S., but actually you can get this on Amazon, and I'll include the link. It is one of the Fortnum & Masons. They call them bags for life. So it's a nice tote that you can use for your groceries or whatever. And if you happen to be in London and it's frayed or it's coming apart or something, you just turn it in and they will give you another one for free. But this one was so cute because it's the Fortnum & Mason. I don't know if you know the color. It's kind of it's the green blue. Mm-hmm. And then this one has teapots on it.
Oh, darling.
Which I love. So it's just very cute and very unique. You're not going to see I don't normally see these here. And I thought it was a pretty reasonable price. Obviously they had to, it's going to cost more here because they have to ship it here. But I didn't think it was too unreasonable. I think it was $30 some, something like that, for a nice tote bag with padded handles. I thought it was really pretty.
Oh, lovely. And you'll be the envy of everyone at the grocery store if you're using that. My goodness.
Well, yeah, but you could use it for really just toting anything. But yeah, I think they would make great bags for the grocery as well.
Good call. Okay, mine is a food. Every time I go and get these, I think I should tell everybody about these. I might crush. Have you had the sous vide egg bites at Starbucks? I mean, they've been out for a while, so this is not a brand new item, but maybe people hadn't thought to give them a whirl. Well, I'm completely addicted to them, and they are so yummy. See, they have different varieties. There's the egg white, which is
What? I have no idea what this is.
Okay, so like cooking like in sous vide is like that water. You know, you can
I
cook
know what
things like
that is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
but I can't picture these eggs.
so they're little bites.
So they poached eggs?
No, so it's kind of like I guess they're scrambled. I mean, they're all mixed up, but they just come in these little circles of the egg. There's no crust, so it's more like frittata and not like quiche because it has no crust.
You mean like the egg on the Egg McMuffin?
No, Miss Fancy Pants, I don't mean that. No, they're lovely. They're fluffy and light, and the egg white one obviously has no yolk, but it has like a little bit of red pepper and a few other little things in there. And then there's one with cheddar and bacon. Hello, that's very nice. And then I think they have another like spicy one with chorizo or something like that. So definitely if you're in your Starbucks, because I have to say I do pop into Starbucks now and again. Not very often, but I would not go there if I was hungry most of the time because most of the stuff is just empty calories and not even that great. Like their bagels and stuff kind of marginal. And even the pastries and whatnot, not for me. But when they introduce these, fantastic. Lots of protein, really good for you. And particularly the egg white ones, low in calories.
It does sound a lot healthier than most of the stuff there, which is not very healthy.
Oh, yeah. It's really the only
good.
alternative. So, like, usually on Fridays, if I do my favorite workout class and I'm coming home, I'll treat myself. I'll stop in and I'll get a black iced tea and I'll get that. And so yummy. And they'll keep you going all day. It's kind of like oatmeal that way, you know?
Oh, well, yes. Yes.
You'll like them.
Well, I ordered oatmeal one time when I was there and they're like, porridge? I'm like, yeah, that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in London, you mean? Not a Starbucks. Again with the London. Oh,
sorry,
my God.
it's it. Okay, that's it.
No, I'm joking. I love it. Okay, we have.
I don't travel much, Well, I'm excited.
Don't get that map then.
I know. I'm telling you, it's not for me.
It's not for you. Well, I don't know. You're on a roll. We're going to Greece, aren't we? So here we go. We've got a great question. This is a really good question. Julia S., who is a fabulous listener and enjoy emailing with her. So she came up with this terrific question. Looks like they're going to be moving for her husband's work and not too far off in the future. So she wanted to know, what would we look for in purchasing a new home? Now, I don't think Julia means new like brand new, but she could. But I think just new to me home. So what would we look for in purchasing a new home that would make it flexible and charming and that sort of thing?
Well, it's interesting that she's asking this question because a friend of mine is looking at houses and she's very particular. Mm-hmm. And one house was dismissed because it didn't have built-in bookcases in the study. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, that's really easily remedied. Just hire a good carpenter and that can be built. It was just kind of sad for me to see her dismiss this one house because I thought, that's really fixable. Mm-hmm. So I think that's something to keep in mind when you're looking for a house is what can be fixed and what cannot be fixed. So I hate to say this again, but I really have found this to be true. And that is I think the thing I would look for first is it in the right neighborhood. Meaning, is it where you want it to be? And we love where we are here because we're walking around these very old houses. It's a very old, 100-year-old neighborhood. And so that was really important to us. And if we were in a different neighborhood, we wouldn't have those nice walks. I mean, not that it wouldn't be nice, you know what I mean? But I really wanted to be around this older neighborhood. And so the neighborhood was more important in that way than the actual house. So I think it's easy to get caught up because it was another house I really liked. And the realtor was like, she said, that house is nice, but she said, you don't want to, that street's too close to the freeway or it was too this or too that. And so, she was concerned about the long-term value of the house. So, I think looking at where it is, I think cannot be overemphasized. But once you get past that, for me, the thing that I really wanted the most was a very open living room kitchen. We'd never had a house like that. And so I was very excited about doing that. Now that we have it, I'm I love it. And it's a right thing for us. And we really enjoy having the big kitchen because we all like to cook together and there's room for everybody in the kitchen and it's open to the living room. So we can kind of be, one person can be sitting on the sofa and they can be talking to somebody in the kitchen. So that was really critical for me. And I guess I would say for you to really kind of think about what's important to you, because there's probably something that maybe is more important to you than that's not important to me. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's something I looked for, but I would definitely put a list down for yourself. And then if it's missing something that's critical to you, to kind of think through, is that something that you can correct? Because a lot of times there's so many things about houses that you can fix, but that location, you just cannot fix that, or a small yard or a big yard or the house too big. There's just, those things are pretty set.
Yeah. Location, right? So that is a great, starting point for sure. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health, potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. BritBox just keeps getting better. The new Archie is amazing. And it's not the comics. It's about Cary Grant. Archie is the brand new limited series starring Jason Isaacs as Archie Leach, the man who became Cary Grant. From the award-winning screenwriter of Philomena, Archie tells Grant's born in Britain, made in Hollywood story, the dramatic grit to glamour transformation that led him to become one of the most famous people in the world. You are going to absolutely love the acting, but also the styling, the outfits, the scenery. It's the first time his story has been told in collaboration with his daughter Jennifer Grant and ex-wife Diane Cannon. The performances from Jason Isaacs and the rest of the cast are amazing, and it's only available on BritBox. So sign up for BritBox today to stream Archie and other fan favorites from any device. And we have a special limited time offer for our U.S. and Canadian listeners. Get 50% off, yes, that's 50% off your first month when you sign up for a monthly plan. But only if you go to BritBox.com and use our promotion code DTT at checkout. You're going to love Archie. So head over right now and get 50% off your first month of BritBox. Use the promotion code DTT at BritBox.com. Julia, what I would say is I like to look for potential in any house that I'm purchasing, no matter the age of the house. So try to have a vision of what the house can be. And I think that's similar to what Anita is saying, particularly with her friend with the bookcase. Like, sure, you could have put bookcases in. So the potential of the house, you want to have good bones. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, I would want to make sure that, it's not only structurally sound, but that there was some charming aspects to it, or you could add some charm to it. If it's a real spec house, builder grade, that you're going to take a lot of time and effort to change outdoors and maybe even windows and things like that to maybe make it the way that you would like it. And natural light would be really important to me. So, try to see the house at different times of the day. How is the light coming in? Because I just think that is so crucial to my sense of well-being, and just the way
mm-hmm.
your rooms operate and how you gravitate towards certain rooms, that have more natural light. That would be really important to me as well. You can always add charm. You can always add bookcases. You can change things out, but I wouldn't want to buy a house necessarily. I mean, it's funny that I'm saying this because we, obviously do pretty much everything here. But here's the thing: what brought me to this house was the amazing bones, the charm and character that it already had, and we had to do a lot of things, but we knew that. So if you go into it with your eyes open, I think it's a great idea. Anita said, make a list of what your priorities are, you and your husband or your family. What are your priorities? And you're probably going to have to give on a few of them because not every house is going to have everything.
But also, Kelly, what you're saying though, if the house is going to need some work, you need to be comfortable with dealing with that. And some people really are not. So if you know that about yourself, then make sure, if you don't want to deal with contractors, then don't pick a fixer-upper.
Right. Yeah.
And think, oh, well, this will be okay, because you're probably not going to like that.
No, because, you have to be ready for that sort of thing. And some people, maybe someday I'll move to a house where I just bring my toothbrush and I move right in. But I don't think so because I don't like to do it that way. But there's nothing wrong with moving into a house like that. And actually,
no,
it's kind of appealing. So good luck, Julia. Keep us posted on where you're going and let us know. We would love to see pictures of where you are, or if you need any help with decorating, we were here. Now, we wanted to let you guys know we're not sure when we're going to do it, but during the month of December, we are probably going to offer you a few best of episodes because there's going to be guests visiting our homes or in some travel and things like that. And we wanted to be able to spend a little bit more time with our families during December. So I hope that you understand that. And I think a lot of you really enjoy going back and listening to some of the older episodes as well. So we'll put in some ones that were crowd pleasers. And so you can enjoy them along with at least one new episode every week through the month of December. And I said that I'm not sure when we're going to start that. It may not be until towards the middle or end of December.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Julia, thanks so much for sending in your question. I'm excited for you. I think it's a fun adventure building a new house, or not building a new house, buying a new house. So it's an exciting time, but definitely stressful. And I think we're excited about spending some time with our families coming up. And as always, we are here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
I want to remind you that we are available for design consults. We take on your design dilemmas, questions, renovations, any project you want to talk about, any room, any space. We are here for you. And we really do enjoy doing these. And I think we've helped people a lot. So if you want to sign up for a consult, head to the link in the show notes. It's decoratingtipsandtricks.com/consult. We hope to talk to you soon.